Tofu Dregs. The wall of an apartment in Changchun peels off and smashes through an Audi car, injuring the driver. The wall demolition movement forced more than 40 CCP internet police to surrender. Zibo barbecue quietly cools down as no customers arrive at 6 p.m. Chinese schools resemble prisons. Students dare not make the slightest move under constant surveillance. China includes Hong Kong in the organ transplant network, leading to nearly 6,000 Hong Kong citizens to cancel organ donations. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Tofu Dregs. The wall of an apartment in Changchun peels off and smashes through an Audi car, injuring the driver. According to local media reports, on May 25, around 1400 hours, the wall of an apartment in Changchun's Chaoyang district was blown off by strong winds, continuously peeling off and falling onto the parked vehicles below. At least 3 cars were damaged, with one of them still in motion at the time. Videos posted by netizens show a large section of wall peeling off from a high point and directly hitting a white sedan parked below. Other fragments also struck nearby vehicles. After the white sedan was hit, a male driver opened the car door to inspect the damage. Just seconds after he returned to the vehicle and closed the door, another large piece of wall peeled off from above, hitting the rear of the white sedan and nearby cars. This video shows that the driver of the Audi car was severely injured in his face. The property management staff of the Champion apartment complex stated that it was the insulation layer inside the wall that had peeled off, and on-site remedial work is currently underway. According to reports from local residents, the exterior wall of a building in the Beihu Ji Gong Yuan Jiuli Phase 1 development in Changchun has completely detached. This poses a significant safety risk, causing residents to feel unsafe and reluctant to leave their homes, as they are concerned that other walls might also peel off unexpectedly. Netizens have also shared footage of wall peeling incidents in other residential buildings in Changchun. The wall demolition movement forced more than 40 CCP internet police to surrender. As previously reported, the wall demolition movement, spearheaded by former reporter Qiao Xinxin from Radio Free Asia, gained significant attention among mainland netizens back in March. However, in response to this movement, the Chinese Communist Party's Ministry of Public Security launched a campaign to suppress it. In the latest development, on May 25, Qiao Xinxin boldly called for the surrender of over 40 internet police officers from the Ministry of Public Security. These officers' personal information has been obtained, and failure to surrender, confess their crimes, cooperate with prosecution, and provide truthful information about their superiors will result in global pursuit and severe punishment. In a video shared on Twitter by the account at BanGFW2, Qiao announced his intention to read an official document as the secretary of the Wall Demolition Movement Office. The document, titled Warning to Over 40 Internet Police Officers of the Chinese Communist Party's Ministry of Public Security, Failure to Surrender Will Result in Severe Punishment, is addressed to the people of the United Republic of China and governments of various countries. According to Qiao Xinxin, over the past 3 years of the CCP's rule, more than 40 internet police officers have used phone threats to jeopardize the personal safety of the wall demolition movement team members and their families in China. These actions have posed a serious threat to freedom of news and speech within the United Republic of China and infringed upon the judicial sovereignty of other countries. Qiao Xinxin emphasized that he strongly advises the aforementioned 40 or more suspected fugitives to surrender promptly to democratic groups such as the Wall Demolition Movement and the Evil Persons List. They should confess their own crimes as well as those of their superiors, with the intention of redeeming themselves through cooperation. Failure to do so will lead the Wall Demolition Movement to request international arrest warrants from immigration authorities, national security agencies, and the Ministry of Justice of friendly nations. Subsequently, strict and severe punishments will be imposed during future trials. Internal leak exposes CCP's training of Internet Army for overseas public opinion warfare. According to an exclusive China Digital Times report, the internal leak issued by the 11th Bureau of the Chinese Ministry of Public Security on March 24 is titled Notice Regarding the Deployment of Personnel for Overseas Network Reconnaissance Special Battle. It states that in order to win the online public opinion battle against overseas internet forces and effectively safeguard online political security, with the approval of Deputy Minister of Public Security Changchun, the Public Security Bureau will organize over 40 national network special investigators, big data system developers, and data mining experts to carry out a month-long overseas network reconnaissance special battle in Beijing from March 27 to April 27, 2023. The leaked notification, suspected to have been obtained through email hacking, also reveals that the responsible unit for this special operation is the 24th Division of the 11th Bureau, and the person in charge is named Hu Fengming. At the end of the document, there is a list of participating personnel, which includes the names of 32 police officers involved in the operation. It is known that the Cybersecurity Bureau of the Chinese Ministry of Public Security, designated as the 11th Bureau, is responsible for handling criminal cases related to computers and information networks. They oversee the supervision of National Public Information Network Security Inspectors, Internet Police. Associate Professor Feng Chongyi from the University of Technology Sydney in Australia stated, "What has been exposed is just the tip of the iceberg. It was accidentally leaked, but it does exist. Do you remember the building in Shanghai that was solely occupied by a military unit, which was the General Staff Department's 3rd Bureau? It was a specialized information warfare unit that trained individuals, including hackers, to create disturbances on the internet. They have been doing this for decades. That's why they now send people into all these internet companies to directly control them from behind the scenes." According to information disclosed by U.S. media, there were concerns about a building located in Shanghai's Pudongnu area, which was allegedly a facility responsible for signal intelligence monitoring and data collection, targeting English-speaking countries, including the United States. The units within this 12-story building were part of the 2nd Bureau under the General Staff Department, with the codename 61398 unit, known as the origin of hacking attacks and a component of the Chinese Communist Party's cyber forces. Back to the wall demolition movement, within a span of just 40 days since the beginning of March, the movement had garnered online support from nearly 1 million people and received backing from overseas Chinese communities in multiple countries. On March 13, Changchun tweeted, "Did the wall demolition movement really scare the Chinese Communist Party? The petition has been deleted by the change system for the 2nd time within 5 days. I received nearly 200 signatures twice. It is certain that it struck a nerve." On May 22, the wall demolition movement announced its 8 major targets for May and June, while calling for more global participation to deter the Chinese Communist Party. The movement has frequently punched the CCP's firewall. Zibo barbecue quietly cools down as no customers arrive at 6 p.m. Since March, Chinese Communist Party (CCP) officials have been actively promoting Zibo barbecue. To boost its reputation, governments and official organizations from various regions organized barbecue rush tours to Zibo, which brought a lively atmosphere to Zibo barbecue for a period of 2 months. However, a recent viral video related to Zibo barbecue shows an outdoor dining area with a long row of empty seats and no customers. The person recording the video explains, "It's already 6 p.m., dinner time, and there are still no customers. Just 10 days ago, this place would be packed at this hour." Following the video's attention, some media outlets interviewed the staff of the popular internet-famous barbecue restaurant, Muyang Village, in Zibo. They acknowledged a decline in customers over the past week. Previously, customers would wait in line for at least 30 minutes, but now the maximum wait time is 30 minutes. The lunchtime rush is also shorter. According to NTD-TV, since mid-May, numerous videos and photos have circulated online, showing several barbecue restaurants in Zibo completely empty. There are even videos suggesting that an open-air barbecue courtyard claiming to accommodate 3,000 people has apparently closed down, with no sign of any shopkeepers. Before the May Day holiday, the Zibo Tourism Bureau addressed visitors from other regions, expressing concerns that the holiday influx would exceed Zibo's capacity. They suggested tourists consider visiting during off-peak times. Changchun, the president of the Zibo Barbecue Association, explained that the authorities aim to sustain the high popularity of barbecue for a while longer or experience a gradual decline within a certain period, to avoid a sudden and significant drop due to a specific event. This drop is metaphorically referred to as a cliff-like drop, symbolizing a sharp and significant decrease. Chinese netizens have shared their thoughts on this development, with many acknowledging that every feast comes to an end. Some have commented that this outcome was expected, highlighting that relying on barbecue to drive the economy was always a joke. Chinese schools resemble prisons. Students dare not make the slightest move under constant surveillance. A recent video of classroom surveillance from a school in mainland China has been circulating online, showing that each student in the classroom is clearly marked with different colors for their actions during class, such as bowing their heads, looking up, turning their heads, standing, leaning on the desk, bowing their heads while supporting themselves, looking up while supporting themselves, and more. It is reported that the students' concentration level is measured by their head-down rate, causing them to be afraid to lift their heads, unaware even in the event of a fire or if the teacher faints on the podium. This type of surveillance system has become quite common in schools across mainland China. Another netizen shared surveillance footage from a different school's classroom, prompting sarcastic remarks. "So it's actually a prison, not a school. Scared me for a moment. Technology should be used for the benefit of the people, but here it is only used for evil purposes. How unfortunate." The high school I attended was like this, with surveillance being monitored 24/7. Today, they use advanced image recognition AI for the sake of achieving a zero head lifting rate among students. I dare not even imagine what they will do to students tomorrow. Our lives haven't improved, in fact, they are getting worse. But now, the days have become even more frightening. It is reported that this video was filmed at the First Middle School of Guangrao County in Shandong Province. Many netizens have posted comments, criticizing this inhumane approach to school management. China includes Hong Kong in the organ transplant network, leading to nearly 6,000 Hong Kong citizens to cancel organ donations. The issue of organ transplantation in China has long been a subject of controversy, with international calls to boycott the CCP's organ whitewashing practices. According to the Epoch Times, the Hong Kong government recently announced its plans to establish a long-term support and transplant cooperation mechanism with mainland China. However, this decision has faced immediate and widespread criticism from the public in Hong Kong. As a result, nearly 6,000 Hong Kong citizens have cancelled their organ donation registrations. On May 22, the Department of Health reported an unusual trend of cancellations on the main register website. Between December 2022 and April 2023, there were 5,785 cancellation requests, a significantly higher number compared to previous periods. Moreover, over half of these cancellations, 2,905, were deemed invalid as they came from individuals who had never registered but applied for withdrawal or repeated cancellations. Chief Executive John Lee described this behavior as suspicious and disruptive to the organ donation system. He strongly condemned these actions and called for a police investigation. Historian Hans Young-Wingyu pointed out the government's selective condemnation, noting that it has not shown the same level of concern for the drop in blood donations or flag sales in Hong Kong, but has strongly condemned the significant cancellation of organ donation registration in the context of resource sharing of organ transplants between China and Hong Kong. He questioned whether the government implies that the mainland needs organs from Hong Kong more than Hong Kong needs organs from the mainland. The government's condemnation didn't pay attention to the other half of the 6,000, they effectively cancelled organ donation registrations. The number of Hong Kongers registered for organ donation in 2022 hit a record low in the past 8 years. In April 2023, Documents disclosed by the Legislative Council Finance Committee revealed that the number of organ donation registrations in Hong Kong in 2022 was only 12,500. Alex Lam Chiao, chairman of Hong Kong Patients' Voices, expressed multiple concerns about the organ transplantation assistance mechanism between Hong Kong and mainland China. These concerns include the possibility of donors being unwilling to send organs to mainland China, leading them to withdraw their organ donation registrations. He also questioned how extra organs could be available and sent to Hong Kong, considering mainland China's significant organ transplantation demand. In an interview with Radio Free Asia, a former Hong Kong doctor, Dr. Li, expressed his distrust of China's organ donation system. He expressed his concerns that once Hong Kong is integrated with the mainland, illicit organ trade from China may move to Hong Kong, making Hong Kong participate in an axis of evil. Chairperson of the Universal Declaration on Combating and Preventing Forced Organ Harvesting, Teresa Chu, called on the world to resist the CCP's organ whitewashing, organ warfare, and organ diplomacy. She stated, through this organ-sharing mechanism, they want to whitewash these stolen, forcibly harvested, live-harvested organs. This is not humanitarian cooperation. Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan governments should resist and reject this organ-sharing mechanism. Since the exposure of the CCP's organ harvesting atrocities in 2006, numerous international investigations have confirmed the existence of these practices. Prominent human rights lawyer David Mattis, in an interview with the Epoch Times, emphasized that the issue is not a lack of evidence but rather an overwhelming abundance of it. Mattis served as a joint investigator and co-author of the report's revised report into allegations of organ harvesting of Falun Gong practitioners in China and an updated version of Bloody Harvest, the killing of Falun Gong for their organs, released in 2006 and 2016, respectively. These reports confirm the large-scale live organ harvesting of Falun Gong practitioners by the Chinese Communist Party. On March 27, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Stop Forced Organ Harvesting Act of 2023. The bill is awaiting approval by the U.S. Senate and the President's signature to become effective. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.